My parents have had this shop for 45 years, 5 years before I was born. I did go to local Herdings School and Newfield School Secondary, so I have we lived above the shop, so we've lived here for years. Now, back in the day, like every area, was beautiful. And obviously, through recent times, there's been a lot more drug addicts around this area, housed in these flats. Also, a lot of younger people, which I understand it is what it is. But there's a lot of these people that have got a lot of issues. There's a lot of people that come in our shop with a lot of mental health issues, and they can't really look after themselves, never mind their property. And there's someone I've got locally that lives here that just launches things out of a window, and she screams and then she litters. So you just see it, the whole area. There's nothing positive to say about it, and that's really sad. A bit of hope, and it needs a bit of life in it, and it needs a bit of positivity, and I think it needs signage. I think it needs things to be put out, plain and simple, like stop littering, or there's bins there, use it, or there's keep this area clean. The roads around here they're very scary. They're very narrow and crammed. There's a lot of dangerous bends on here as well. I feel like sometimes I just need to stand in my shop for a whole week, and then they'll see the personalities of the people that are actually living there, and then you'll sort of get an idea why the area is getting run down.
It's terrible because there's paving slabs, they're all undermined, and my missus, she's got arthritis and walks with a stick, and she had a bad fall here not so all that long since, and hurt herself pretty badly. Motorbikes and quad bikes, they take shortcuts when they're coming along on Moorland Road here, and they take shortcuts across front of the shop, which is pedestrianised, and come out to other side on is it Rayburn Road, to take a shortcut across to Rayburn Road, and they don't slow down. They're doing somewhere around about between 30 and 50 mile an hour when they're flying across. It's only once there's kids coming across, when you go in and coming from shop, old people. It's only once one of them, and it's just a accident waiting to happen. Old lampposts and old gardens used to be front of flats. Used to be there were daffodils in front of flats coming up, and old hanging baskets with flowers in on lampposts. But now they've all gone.
It's unsafe, put it that way, and you can't go out at night because you never know who's knocking about, especially down here, you know. Everything, I think, has just changed for worse. As Alan said, just be hanging baskets and everything. That's all gone.
Just looking at the old poles for the washing lines. There's no lines on them anymore. But when I see those, it makes me think of a time when people would do their washing and come out and hang them on the lines together. And perhaps it suggests a time of more community connections and people being out of their houses, having conversations with their neighbours.
Public transport, 47, 48, then buses aren't too bad. It's just the trams. All goes wrong. It's ridiculous.
Do you think Herdings is well connected to the rest of the city?
No.
She was struggling to cross the road from where she was dropped off because there's no pedestrian crossing in sight, and it's an extremely busy dual carriageway. I think it's got kind of two lanes on each side going either direction, so yeah, pretty dangerous, I think.
Where green fencing is all the way up from here is where old aerodrome is. They could do all sorts. They could build a shopping complex. They could build a housing estate. There must be quite a fair bit of land here if they used to land aeroplanes here and what have you. On dual carriageway here, we could do a speed camera about halfway down it. I said because when they set off from traffic lights further down the road there, biggest part of them use it as a racetrack to try racing one another along it.
I'm just walking along the dual carriageway, trying to find a way across the road to get into Herdings Park, and there's nowhere to cross. The traffic's thundering past. So I stood at the bus stop off Norton Avenue with Rayburn Road. There's residential housing across the dual carriageway, and I'm stood at the bus stop which takes you into town. There's no crossing from the residential blocks across the road to the bus stop.
The buildings are terrible. The pipe work is awful. They get backed up by the upstairs a lot. The brickwork is terrible. It's falling apart. Beneath the plaster, it literally looks like it's held together with tofu. We have mould problems. Even upstairs neighbours, you'll see there, that is covered in dog shit. That is from the upstairs. They just throw it off the veranda. The local area, particularly around the shops, has gone downhill massively. The gangs of youths love to harass people, especially around the ATM machine. You can't go there in peace without someone begging for some money. Motorbikes and general antisocial behaviour have become a real problem. It's just gone massively downhill in this area over the past couple of years. I used to go to the gardening thing around there until I almost got stabbed. They rushed for the gut and I took parry the knife away. So I don't go around that area because I don't know who's friends with who might, so it'd have to be start over from scratch. Like I said, you gotta pull them down and try build something a bit more modern, a bit more well thought out. Live with my mum and she got TB from the mould problem, which the council have denied at every single opportunity they ever had. They just gaslight and just say, nope, there's no mould, and they're like, you don't get tuberculosis, you don't get TB, just out of nowhere.
Herdings Park's alright, but they could do more play areas for kids to go on, like more swings, more slides, more places for them to play football. Like, make this more into more of a football pitch at the end.
And a guy came walking from the entrance of the park up towards the swing, and I just thought it was just somebody walking through the park, and then I realised he had a camera attached to his belt. Once he reached, so he was in eyesight towards, he put his camera on and you could see the red light recording. I asked him to stop, he said no. I said, I don't give permission for you to record. He says, I don't care. If I come to the park and there's nobody else at the park, I will leave the park. If there's other people at the park, then I'll stay. I think it's something what happens a lot at different places. It's not just Herdings Park, but it is something what needs to be clamped down on, and it is something what needs to change because it's our children what are at risk.
The tyre swing and just getting rid of illegal bikes riding up and down the grass.
Yeah.
That's really it. I feel quite safe, yeah. People that pretend to be older than they are and like part of a quote-unquote gang and stuff, yeah.
There's, the shops is here. All right, you've got the actual Jenny's, Mike and Jenny's, which sells food and everything. But it's just a closed shop. Then after that one, for pets, a pet shop and that, and then the boxing club. I don't know, it just seems to be like all boxed in. It's all boxed in. And if it could be extended out to put some more shops on, I'm not sure whether the council would do it.
Outside Mick and Jenny's shop, there's some large trees. If possible, they need to be chopped back a little bit because oak branches now are hanging down really low. Bottom ramp here, where steps are, and there's a ramp outside. Right along this side of the road, went boxing academies on. They park the cars fully on pavement, and people like my missus can't get down. They've got to literally cross over the road or go on the road to be able to get past them.
In the community centre, the people that do come round, anybody's welcome to go up and have a cup of tea, cakes, they do all sorts. We do chair aerobics, bingo, we do quizzes and that. And they could come round and have a look round the garden itself because there's a lot of volunteers that will just show them round and all the different products that we grow there, Tuesdays and Thursdays.